Alright, hey guys, I'm going to do another video here. It is going to be a part 2 video for the qualification for the rookie tournament. So, I already have everything kind of set up the way that you saw in the part 1 video. So I'm just going to go ahead and start this side here. And I'm going to play the shots pretty similar to what you saw me do last time. Make a little bit minor adjustments. So since I don't take notes, really, my memory's a little bit, stronger. I remember what I did last time. I think it was like 1 bar of top spin here just to be a little careful. That's the best way to say it. I saw how much room that I had last time, so I'll just add I'll throw in another bar. It's not really the utmost importance that you get super aggressive, but you did kind of see where I was last time, and I had a lot of room for improvement. So I'm just gonna pick up some Titans here. Instead of using a katana, I'm gonna do actually, you know what, instead of adding power here, you're just going to see me do it with a Titan instead. I'll probably hit the exact same shot, just one. So that's what I'll use as my aggressor. And I'm going to try to account for enough room to, if I did shank it a little bit to the left, I won't hit the rough. But I did hit my perfect ball. No big deal. I mean, you don't really need to get super aggressive. You just need enough to... And you see, it's a good thing I didn't add top spin. I had a little bit of room, but it's just not worth getting every ounce of yards on this shot. There's really no value in that, so. So I remember last time that my approach into here was kind of on the long side of things. So I switched up to a Titan here, so it wouldn't be like that. And as you see, if I can do 3 bars, which is what I like to do anyway, and it's almost getting to the hole. So since it does look just a hair short, I'll just take off just that extra hair just in case. And you see, that's kind of the line that I want. And I know with putting on a Titan and being at the north end of this, I'm going to need to go at least 3.6 rings minimum. So what you're going to see me do is, since I have an extra little bit of distance because of Titan, I'm going to add just a little bit extra there. I did hit perfect ball. Nope, we got it out to the right. Crap. So, might not have needed that little extra. But keep in mind, when you put on Titan, it adds power. So, adding power puts it in the air longer, which as a result takes things more than what you expect the club to go. So where sniper would have an accuracy to only go 1 per ring, it might go more like 0.95 per ring because it's in the air longer now with a Titan. So keep that in mind for your wind adjustments. Same start as last time. It'd be nice to be able to get that hole. and just as kind of like an added bonus. And you saw I was able to get this on the front 9. Let's see if I can follow this up on the back 9. I think I did it with Katana last time. Probably switch back to Katana. I like having that side spin option. I really like playing this the way that I was showing you last time, just kind of around the bend. So I'm going to try to hit, kind of the identical shot to what you saw me do last time. I'm going to do about 2 bars of backspin. I'm going to make that third bounce right in front of the hole. And not getting too... So when you're on upslopes like that, you want to make sure, because sometimes the ball ends to just kind of check up and like not get there. So you want to make sure that you're not taking off too much. So the more short end you are on thorn, so let's see where I'm at. I am very close. I'm pushing. It makes the shot even easier, in my opinion. So you're gonna see me. I did two rings there. Same thing, but I guess what this changes is your adjustments. I'll only have to go 1 ring here, and you can kind of see where it has me lined up right there. I definitely probably don't need to go more than a ring. Like, it's plenty. So you're going to see me adjust that 1 ring. Oh no. Now, great ball won't exactly kill me if I miss right. If I have my speed right, it'll still hop in. In fact, you're seeing that. There it is. That's the reason that you try to get that speed down, because you shank it and it still funnels in there. So that's why you see me playing it exactly the way that I am, because it comes in slow and still goes in. So it probably would have went in perfect ball, but since I shanked it right, it still went in. So this just kind of reiterates everything that I tell you about this hole. Playing it over if he misses with the way his angle's changed, his is less prone to actually roll in still. Because where my part of the slope was like to the right of the hole, if he's trying to hit that exact same spot, it's more behind the hole. And when you have forward momentum, it'll just kind of stop. Whereas mine, it still has like right momentum. So that's why you saw mine still, have the momentum to carry into the hole. So it's kind of like a little safety net that you see me playing that on. I mean, you just saw me make it 2 ways. You saw me make it perfect. You saw me make it with a right shank. That just reiterates that point that I've been speaking all along, as how you can still shank and still make the shot. And that's why I play it the way that I play it. So we got this Colin again. I've played this guy a decent amount. Switch down to a navigator here. See if I can actually do something right on this hole. That looks a little deep. I usually pull it back. Seems more like that. Same thing as before. You see me do like a ring, ring and a half, ring and a quarter, somewhere in there. Perfect ball. Come on, come on, come on. There it is. So I'm glad that I finally got that one. Makes me a little bit happier. I feel like I'm on pace to have a round that would have definitely put me into the if this would have been for a scoring round, I would have probably won straight up. I feel like I'm on pace to do that. I assume that I'm going to probably get 8, a little adjustment with a Titan, and just get it a little bit farther. It'd be nice if I had an extra mile 6. It'd be even easier because I wouldn't even need. I could have just used that katana and just had more topspin. I'm sure that there's at least a power or topspin upgrade on extra mile 6, so it'd be nice to have that. A little premature. I don't have that yet. I am going to use probably a katana here again, just to have that little extra side spin. You see me taking advantage of that, and I am going to, like I mentioned that I didn't have last time, I am going to account for a ring of shank. Just in case. I didn't get it, but just in case, I'm going to leave room there. And you see I'm threading it up here. And hopefully I can give this sucker a good ride. Part of the reason that you see me trying to get it up there aggressively is so I can hopefully get my Saturn in the cup. I mean, at the very least, I'm assuming if I hit perfect ball, you already know the shot is going to be on point. Like, it might not go in, but that's kind of where I want you guys to kind of hone in on what you're doing a little bit and actually kind of utilize my methods. I'm kind of showing you all my adjustments. So, and kind of explaining how much I'm going before I actually do it. So, let's talk about what I do. I like 3 bars. You know that. I've talked about that so much. I'll figure out, I'm kind of right in the middle of this club. And same thing though, you're going to see me do about 3 rings of run out here on 3 bars. So I'm still at 3 bars. You're going to see that. And right at about mid club, I need about 2.25, so maybe 2 rings here. So you're going to see me adjust for 2 rings. So let me pull this down to 2 rings. And I know at the very least, you know, this is probably burning the edge of the cup. Like this is... And I was able to get the perfect ball. So, you know, just thinking about it, I know that it's going to... it's a little too much. But you see that it's like the speed, everything is kind of ideal, and it looks like I just played. I don't know why that's so left. Well, I'm trying to remember as to why. So I was breaking it left. I must have overplayed it in terms of it was probably even less than that. Maybe it was on more of the short side. So I was playing it kind of straight up for mid club, whereas I probably needed to take off a little bit extra, which would have made it more in the 1.7 rings. So it might have been a little over adjustment you saw me doing there. But aside from that, I mean, you know the speed's going to come in right. And you're going to miss by very, very little playing it that way. It's unfortunate that I wasn't able to give that a little bit better run. But you know it's going to be right there and at least have a chance. And sometimes it's kind of more the way that it bounces too. So let's do a couple more par threes here. Gonna try to do this par three again. I'll put a navigator back on. I'm gonna play a similar shot. Hopefully I can hit perfect ball this time. So what you've been seeing me do is navigator, full back, which is 4 bars, just a little bit of right spin. Counter that too. And you know, putting it up here on this slope, not necessarily a bad thing. So you're gonna see me try to use this slope a little bit, run down the hill. 2.5 rings. 2.5 wind will equate to at least 2. I don't know if I'll need to go 2.5 here. So you'll just see me probably just go kind of outside, and hopefully I can get perfect this time. And once again, same thing. Out to the left too much. Probably going to see a very nope. See, and that's the thing. So remember last time I hit a great bar to the left too, right? And it actually, the way that it bounced off the fairway, it ended up on the right of the hole. Like, are you kidding me? And then look at this one. It's just way out to the left. And that is the reason that I don't like playing this side of the fairway. Now, I'm assuming that I'm going to hit my perfect balls. And, you know, it's probably not going to make crazy hops because I'm going to be almost spot on with my aim. But when you're hitting those great balls, and that's the biggest thing for tiebreakers. So it's like when let's say this is a tiebreaker hole, and I just put it, you know, 4.5 yards or whatever it is on just a great ball. That's one of the reasons that you'll see me play the shot that I do, because it's consistent. It's hard to make it the way that I play it with the Guardian. If you want to watch my other rookie tournament where I actually play this with a Guardian, it's harder to make it that way, but it's always going to be a yard or two. Always. So that's the reason that I play it back, full back spin and off to the side there, because the fairway's more consistent over there. So anyway, not a big deal. We're still on pretty good pace here. Maybe I can try to figure something out on 6. I've left it short twice, so I'll probably play it a little bit different. Try to make sure I'm getting it there. Oh wow, no, this would be nice. So we're getting to the shootout on this. It's not the same wind, but I'm just gonna try to, in terms of speed, I am gonna still do my same shot, which is kind of like 1-and-1-ish. And I'm just gonna try to figure out like where I have 3 rings pointed. So for example, here I have, this is like kind of my stock shot. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 grid bars short, and then I'm going to play it about a ring here, a little bit over a ring, and let's see if, you know, 7 grid bars about was a good run out speed. It's not terrible. Just add an extra grid. I mean, look, I'm long by a grid, one grid. So when I play it, the very next hole, I'll count 8 grid bars for where I have the third bounce. See if that gets the speed coming in just where we want it. It's just one way of getting a little bit more consistent with the way you're kind of playing. Now, this actually has good speed. He has a chance. He got it. I don't recommend taking it up high like that. I think it creates an extra variable, but that's cool that he got it. I wouldn't ideally play the shot up there like there. Not to mention when it actually misses the hole, it swings down a lot harder, and he would have been outside my ball. So let's see if I can get this hole. One thing I am going to do, I'm just going to keep the navigator on since I had it here and do the same thing. You see the wind's very similar. And you'll see this is coming short, and then it'll swing way past, like he's about 3 yards. If he would be on tiebreaker, it would be very hard to win with that shot. Very few guys are gonna hit it outside that. So again, I'm gonna use kind of the same method. I'm taking a little too long to set this. Let's see if I can kind of count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, somewhere in the neighborhood of where I am. So let's try this. I'm going to do it a little bit over a ring. It seemed a little laggy. Left it out there to the right. I'm assuming leaving it out to the right is going to completely change the speed, and you're going to see me way short, and that's what you're seeing. So that's more of what a great ball causes there. It causes it to go way short because it just goes up that hill. One of the things that you want to make sure you do is you don't go great the other way. So you see me a little early there. My shot arrow was, for whatever reason, kind of a little laggy, so it was making it harder for me to get the timing there. It's unfortunate. I wasn't able to give this a good run on either round. But hopefully I can get 7 and 8 coming in here. Again, same MO here. I'm going to kind of go for this a little bit. .7, I'll go a little bit above a ring. And it's dipping. It means it was coming in just too slow. So I was off my aim by under a box there. You can see that it's within a box of the hole, but it's like that's how precise you need to be. And you know, it could be caused by, you know, not quite going enough on my aim, or it could also be like when I'm doing my correction, not quite going. So for 2.7, maybe I needed, you know, a box, and you know, I could have been off by, I doubt I was off by a whole box on my aim, because that's probably a ring, but okay, so I am going to switch back to rock. Just to get that extra accuracy here. I'm not going to open that test. I don't want too many Tour 3 chests coming in here. There's really just no benefit of having those, other than possibly getting mile. I'm not using very many Tour 3 clubs, so this guy playing it a different way. I think I did this in one of my earlier videos, like Tour 2 or something. It's a perfectly fine way to play it, especially when you don't have much distance. It's safe. So you just got to make sure you lay back far enough. Okay. Hitting a great ball like that could cost you, but switching to rock made it to where it didn't. It's looking like this guy's having connection issues. Hopefully he comes back. If not, there he is. I think. There he is. Same thing as you saw me do. The very first thing I'll try to do is try to figure out, you know, still on the shorter end of the club. Yeah, I'm going to do the same thing that you saw. I'm not quite as short as last time, but I am still on the shorter end. So in terms of third hop, I'm going to do it right about there. I'm on the shorter end. It's inside a ring, I know that. But the question is, how much inside? So I'm going to go right almost about a ring, just a shade under. Of course, I was able to hit perfect, and I was able to get the shot. Again, perfect ball is so important. It's literally the difference between a stroke, what we're talking. So I was able to get that. You're going to see me switch back. I'm going to try another Titan again on an extra mile driver. You know, I've been noticing some lag. I'm going to just clear out the app real quick. I'm going to double check my club just to make sure that it took. In fact, let me start opening one of these Tour 3s. I just want to make sure that the bag took, which it did, since I didn't actually go play around. We're going to go play Tour 17, or hole 17. So with this one, I'm going to just take off just a touch on my power. So I don't think I'm going to need full everything. But again, you're going to see me play it off the white, and you're going to see that I get really aggressive with my white. Like it looks like it's in the trees, but it's really not. So, and I'm just going to pull it back ever so slightly in, because I don't think I need full everything. It looks like I might have overhooked it just at the, oh no, hit the rough. So not hitting it off the right and going in off the edge cost me a little bit. Didn't cost me the hole yet, but it made me hit that rough. But it's better than the bunker. So you'll see that I'll play that semi-aggressive, more aggressive than most guys. What people don't realize is that the fairway opens up on the other side of those trees, so it looks like, you know, I'm going into them, and then I don't. So it's a relatively safe shot doing that. So that's the way that you see me do it. So it sucks that I'm having to pitch again. I really don't like pitching down the slope. I don't want, you know, one little variable costing me the hole out here. I mean, as you can see, it could be a little touchy here. I'm just going to try to grind it on some place that, you know, doesn't seem to be too glitchy at all. And you see I'm putting the ball right in kind of the center of the hole. Maybe I'll just move it ever so slightly, just to the right of center, but not very much. Oh, and I jumped the gun. Oh my God. It might not cost me, but it might. So that's the problem. And it did. Unbelievable. So stupid. So stupid. So just throwing away strokes here. So it's unfortunate that I did that. Great ball doesn't always cost me. In fact, it might not have if I would have just kept it where it was, which was right in the center of the hole. If anything, it's safer to miss left there than it is to miss right, because as soon as you get the ball going lower, it doesn't like to, hold on and hang on for you. And you're seeing, this is hilarious. Like, this guy gets the eagle from way back there, playing it on the other side, and I don't get it from a tap in. It's just the worst. I played that hole so terribly. If I would have missed left with my shank, it probably still would have went in, and I missed right and completely choke off the shot. So literally just threw away a stroke there. Take that as an example of what to try to protect against doing. And let's hope that I can try to get it back here by getting this hole, go 2 for 2 on this hole. So I should be able to. Oh, you know what? I didn't switch the driver back. Lovely. So I'm going to be forfeiting some accuracy again. I have a couple more yards than last time. You might see me just take off just a touch. Be on the safe side here, power-wise. So go into the orange somewhere.
Great shot.
It looks like I'm okay. So I did forget to switch back. And especially going with that great ball, you saw it was really curling under that tree. Anything could have technically happened. I could have caught the branch. Whereas if I would have hit that same shot with a Thors, it would have been a lot safer.
Great shot.
So let's see if I can get this stroke back. It sucks to forfeit it on that last. That's the first time I've missed 8 this tournament. So that's how much that sucks. I think I had I feel so bad for doing that. So looks like I'm right on the north end of the club. And again, I'm gonna put basically like 3 boxes in front with 3 backspin, and it's just going to kind of gracefully run into the hole. So aside from that, you're going to see me do, since it's on the north end of this club, at least a ring, probably a ring and a half. Perfect ball. Let's keep our fingers crossed. And you saw me go 2 for 2 on this hole. So just reiterates how stupid missing 8 is. That I'm able to get the albatross on this sucker, but I can't make a simple pitch. I probably could have shanked that pitch left and it would have still went in. What did I do? Shanked it right. And that's why you saw me trying to clear out the memory a little bit. Like with my restarting this app, I was, it just felt like it was going slow. And even when that was going, it felt slow. So I just released just a split second early on that pitch, and it cost me. But all in all, you're seeing a pretty good round. You see this rookie tournament, it's quite doable. I wanted to post this for you guys so you at least have some kind of aid. Try to figure out what you guys can do to fix your scores a little bit. You see all those people that say cheater when they see X, Y, or Z score. Think about how many strokes I just left out there. And I don't even have very good clubs. I mean, none of my clubs are what a lot of these guys' clubs are. And I left at least, you saw me lip out one. You saw me flub that chip. And, let's think of some improvement that I could have had on a couple other holes too. Like, I really didn't play 2 of the par 3s good either round. And, you could very well just, fluke into one of those. So, there's strokes out there to be had. If you guys want to just take a little look at my scorecard here. If you guys have any comments or extra questions that you have, feel free to comment on the video. If you haven't subscribed, feel free to subscribe as well. Just use this video to kind of, give you kind of a basis as to what you need to be doing for setup. And even if you don't have the ball trail or whatever, the most important thing is you'll see I'm putting on these extra balls. It's very important for the tournament that you take advantage of. This is the one time that you want to use those balls. Every stroke matters, and sometimes it comes down to, a yard. And, good luck with your guys' scores. Hopefully you guys, can get there and figure out how to hone in on these shots a little bit. And, Good luck, guys.